What is going on, guys? Welcome to Stock Talk with Nico Kritikos. Today, we're going to do some stock analysis for Meta stock because I do believe this stock is a buy right now at the current price. I don't think we are at the bottom for this stock, but I do think this is a good price to start your position. And my bet would be that it goes to like 550 or 530, something like that. And that ends up being the bottom. And I plan on buying more shares when that happens. But right now, I'm good with my 2.5 shares here for Meta stock. So Meta has, first of all, just for some context here, let's remember a couple months ago this stock was almost $800, and now we are at right under $600. So there's that. We have a forward PE of 20. Well, this is probably outdated. Right now we're probably like a 18, to be honest. What is Yeah, we're probably under it. We're probably like a 18. Forward PE of, let's say, 18, 19, when the stock is normally between a 22 to a 30. So that's good. Then we come over here to analysis and we see that although EPS was not great for this year, going into next year, it's going to be very solid. We have a jump from $23 to $30. That's a big deal. Then, just for some quick estimations here, let's take a P ratio average of, let's say, I don't know, 25 times, 30 times. Let's say 20, let's say, I mean, it could trade up to even 30, really, but it can go as high as 33. But let's just say 25 to be 25 is like right in the middle. The 25 is where it likes to hang out. If we take 25 and multiply that times next year's EPS of, let's say, 30, we have a stock that's $750. That's pretty much where I see Meta in probably, I would say, within 6 months. I would say 6 months. My guess is that Meta is $750. Come down to revenue growth, we have a very strong 21% expected this year, and then it dips down just a little bit to 17%. Not a big deal. For a company as big as Meta, those are great numbers. Then we come over here to Qualtrim, my favorite website for looking at different graphs and stuff. The revenue has been phenomenal for this company. They just did $189 billion of revenue for the trailing 12 months. They're growing at around 20% per year. And then we could come. The other amazing thing with this company is they're still growing number of users. They have 3.5 billion daily active people on this platform: Facebook and Instagram, WhatsApp, and Messenger. It's crazy. All their numbers look good. Besides for net income took a slight dip this most recent quarter, but EBITDA was strong. Free cash flow is trending down a little bit, but I'm more concerned with the net income because it factors in those non-cash charges. So $58 billion dollars. Okay. They were at 71 billion. But again, EPS is expected to go back up and the cash to debt ratio is okay. It's not phenomenal. It was better a couple years ago, but they, are investing a lot of money. Then what else do we have going on here? Shares outstanding slowly decreasing, not by a lot, but it's something. And then let's go over here to Robinhood, come down to see if there's any activity for hedge funds and insiders. Not much. Insiders, there's one insider bought a total of 880,000 shares, and I'm sure a lot of times the buys are uninformative. Yeah, even Mark Zuckerberg, uninformative buy, $550 million. It's crazy. So I think Meta is easy money. I mean, we're talking. It's there's really you don't have to make much of a case for this because it's just they're one of the biggest companies in the world. They own the platforms they own are very hard to interrupt. I mean, we saw a couple years ago with TikTok seemed like it was taking over the world, right? And even TikTok was still it's not something that's gonna put Meta out of business or something, right? So this is the other thing. This P ratio is probably a little bit this is delayed by 1 day. So we're probably at closer to like a 24, 25 times earnings right now. And again, it's right around average. So maybe it's a little bit on the lower. We're definitely not anywhere near the highs. When this stock gets really bullish, it can go in the 30s, right? But typically it trades around 25. Okay. Now, things get really bearish. Could it go back to 13 times, 12 times earnings? I would say no. This was a very extreme time. This was a huge bear market crash and we had the TikTok thing going, and they were spending all that money on the metaverse, which was all investors hated that, and that was $100 stock back then. Today, if it traded at 13 times earnings, what would that be? Let's say it goes to 13. We're looking at $390. So 350, 400. That would be almost ridiculous. Um, not realistic, I would say. I would say below $400 is not realistic. I would say I don't see that happening. I mean, maybe it comes down to something like 17. Maybe it comes down, I don't know, 15 to 20 possibly. Uh, I mean, in that case, we're looking at a $500. I mean, I could see that. I could see the stock coming down to 450, maybe a 450. That's like if we had a crash right now. If we had a stock market crash, I could see it going down to 450. Only in the crash though. That might not happen. We might only get down to like 500 or 530 or something. So that's kind of my analysis on this. I mean, just look at this year, the stock went down to 485, right? So I don't think it's out of the question we get back to that price, really. And once that happens, once we go up to about 500 bucks a share, I'm ready to make this a pretty big position. So let me know what you guys think, and I will see you in the next video.